It's December 6th, 2020. Nice cool day, a little over freezing in Delaware. And I'm going to start making a bench out of a 4-foot section or so of this broken off piece of locust tree, using only the saw and a piece of string and a Sharpie. There it goes. That's good. Way underneath. Whoa, there it goes. So I forgot my string, but I found this little piece of plastic, something or other, on the way back home. So came back. My plan is to cut this log down the length, down the middle lengthwise, and to do that I'm going to run 2 plumb lines on the 2 ends and then connect up the 4 points and then cut along those lines. So you see, I went back to the house to get some string, so I made little notches on each side and pulled the string tight, and I'll draw a line under those. Okay, now comes the fun part, the cutting down the length. So the trick to this is getting a good start, staying on the line down the side, cutting into that plumbed end line, and likewise going up on the other side and staying on that line. If I can keep on all 3 lines, I have a perfect plane all the way through the log. Okay, it's December 7th. When I finished up the video yesterday, because my phone here ran out of battery, I was just starting the top cut, trying to stay on the lines, the vertical lines on both sides, and go on the middle and have it move nice and smoothly through. And so I made a little bit of progress. It feels like a pretty good start. Okay, so that's it for today. That was about an hour, maybe hour 5 minutes. There we go, about halfway down, staying on that line. It's December 8th, down to the lower half of the log. Got it leaning at a low angle. I think I'll quit there. Right. So here's where we got so far. Let's take a look from the other side. It's interesting how it splits apart naturally. Just a little bit more. I'm going to save the last for tomorrow. There we go. So there it is. Looks pretty flat. So what I have in mind for the feet for the bench, or the legs, is a second fallen tree back further in the woods a little bit. here's the idea that I have. Square and trim about an inch in along the length on the top. Square and trim down the length on the outside. That'll bring this in about 3 inches. Cut a ledge in to the underside of the top 4 or 5 inches, and then also cut into the leg from the other side 4 or 5 inches in such a way that they sit on top of each other, kind of like that. So it's April 6th, 2021. I got a bit sidetracked and just coming back to finish up this project. You can see the base is just a simple log about 15 inches in diameter, and I made a small notch in it and a notch on the underside of the top, of which are 2 pieces. I just have to finish this cut. There it is, finished. I'm going to take it down near the water behind me and use it as seating for a table that I made a couple of years ago, and I'll take you down there and show you that. So we'll head down to the table where I set up the bench. At this spot I kind of cleared out a few years ago on a little bluff over Deep Creek, which branches off the Appoquinimink River a couple hundred yards to the east. This is my friend Fritz, whose shapely form came off of a tree I cleared. So here's the table and the bench. All right, the table I built a couple years ago from cutting logs from a fallen pine tree. So again, this nice little spot out here near my place of work. Low tide now. A couple other things I had fun doing just for the heck of it. One was this little stone patio from Fieldstones, just picking them up around, you know, walking around the shoreline and so forth. A couple of years ago I built this stone terrace, again using just found stones up and down the shoreline. Just stacked them up, just held together by packed earth. Got to be careful where you're stepping a couple places.